So yeah, here's me absolutely battering a team with Mbappe, Ousmane Dembélé. Just have a look at the superstars of teams, and we absolutely battered this team with the 4-1-2-1-2 wide. I think it's time we get into the tactic. If your team is falling behind and you want an Mbappe, an R9, any of the latest promo players, then head over to eldorado.gg. They've got you covered with cheap and reliable FC26 coins. And I know you've probably heard that a lot, but look at the reviews. Look how many different options you've got before you go and purchase. Once you are satisfied with your vendor, then head over and type in ALX to get your 5% off of your order. Let's get back to the video. So this is the team that we took into champs, the 4-1-2-1-2 wide. Mateus Nunes, do not sleep on this card, but this Peter Crouch was unbelievable for the FUT champs run. What a player he is. We're going to make some massive improvements next week. We are going to make a team that's a bit closer to the power curve because this team is miles behind. But you came in for the tactic. Let's get into the tactic. And quite standard just to begin with, we are going to go balanced build-up style and high defensive approach. You can change the defensive approach to 50 if you feel a little bit more comfortable with balanced, but I quite liked the high just because there is a little bit more space because you don't have centre mids in the tactic. It can be quite handy. Now, we are going to start with the strikers, and we've got one advanced forward on support and one on poacher attack. Now, the whole premise of this tack, the idea, is you want to have killers as strikers. So I've got Peter Crouch, who's got the low driven playstyle, and I've got Isaac, who's got finesse plus playstyle. So my point of kind of like scoring goals was if I can get the ball to Isaac, that first time touch inside, bend it with his right foot into the far corner. With Crouch, it's to get the ball out of feet, low driven. And because I've got two strikers together, they're both making good runs in the box, I've got two options to pass it to. So two players on advanced forward and poacher attack. I did sometimes switch to two false nines because that's my particular style of play. But again, you can experiment here. I really did think that Crouch with the poacher attack was much better than any other instruction I used him on. And Isaac, again, I do like the support just to get a little bit closer to our Cam, who is on classic 10 attack. And I know a lot of you do like Playmaker. So if you want to use Playmaker, you can. The reason I like classic 10 is because if the two strikers are kind of occupying attacking positions, then the Cam on classic 10 will be that anchor. Will kind of be that player that sits just outside the box, linking everything together. If the striker vacates their position and their space, then the classic 10 will go and fill that space if there's a possibility to get the ball, and if there's space then to make a forward movement. I find with Playmaker, they make advanced movements even if the space isn't there. So I find classic 10 a little bit more intelligent. Then we've got a deep line Playmaker on defend with a inverted wing back on the right hand side and a fullback defend on the left hand side. So we're trying to keep it nice and tight. Because we have got an inverted wing back for the right back though, we've gone for a wide midfielder on support. Now I know lots of you probably have never seen or used this role before. A midfielder who stays wide to facilitate play, providing passing and defensive support, but rarely ventures forward to attack. When in support focus, the wide midfielder will stay wide to support possession. Now this is the important thing. Stay wide, and you'll see this with Neve Charles in my gameplay clips that you can see, but also when you do use this tactic, you will see this with your right midfielder that they do actually stay wide. And if you do trigger the run, I know it said rarely ventures forward, but they will get forward with an L1 trigger. Then on the left hand side, we've got a wide Playmaker on build up. So again, we've got the width on this side. We've got good supporting links here with the inverted wing back with the classic 10 and the poacher. So we need to make sure that we're well supported with this left striker role. And we do that with the wide Playmaker on build up. So it's really important that the wide Playmaker on build up does sometimes come a little bit narrower to create this triangle here with the advanced forward and the classic 10. And of course with the deep line Playmaker and the classic 10 as well. So there are triangles all over the place with the poacher inverted wing back and wide Playmaker on support, classic 10. But you know, I can do this all day, every day. And the whole point is, even though it's quite a wide formation, that we want to make sure that we are dominating the ball and we've got plenty of passing options. You can go back to short passing if that does actually kind of help you out in that department. Now, just while we've got some game clips going on so you can see how it's playing in game, I just want to say that you need to be careful with where and how you lose the ball. If you lose the ball in midfield where you've got wide players all over the place, you're kind of in transition on the halfway line, then you are going to be exposed because you don't have centre mids. You don't have a double CDM pivot to help you out. You need to be really careful how, where, who loses the ball. So be safe until you get to the opposition's final third. Then you can be a bit expansive. But you need to be, again, careful with how you lose the ball. If you've gone forward with the right back in that kind of advanced centre mid role with the inverted wing back, you need to be really ultra careful. If you do lose the ball, you're exposed at right back. So again, you want to be losing the ball with the cam, the two strikers, or the wide players when they're bombing forward. You don't really want to lose the ball with the CDM or that right back inverting and being attacking and involved in the attacking play. So that is the 4-1-2-1-2 wide. I did stream this all. So the plan is that I take a new formation, a new tactic. I take it into streams Friday, Saturday, potentially Sunday, Monday. Depends how things work out. So thank you so much for the support. The streams, by the way, they've been absolutely crazy. But this is where you see the full gameplay and the ideas behind it, how it plays, the thought behind it, and the adaptations that we take in certain games. So hopefully I'll see you soon in the streams as well at the weekend. A like really does go a long way in supporting this video out and supporting the channel. Subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you soon for some more FC26 content. Take care, everybody.